What's something that's been a part of sports forever? Here's a hint. When it happens to one athlete, the world already expects it. But when it happens to another, everyone is surprised. If you guessed a suspension after checking out the video title, then you're already one step ahead. Suspensions in athletics happen all the time, but nothing competes with this suspension story coming from one quote-unquote runner that ran way too slow. She lost by over 10 seconds in a 100-meter sprint. This race looked just about over after 12 seconds, but then 10 seconds later, an anomaly runs through the finish line with probably the slowest 100-meter time we've ever seen at this level of competition. Unlike off-track suspensions like physiological abuse and positive steroid tests as seen with Nike's Alberto Salazar and Shelby Houlihan, this one is because of what happened on the track, which is kind of similar to a runner false starting, or in even rarer cases over a brawl. And in the most rare of events, it's because someone ran way too slow. So whether it's on or off the track, suspensions make an athlete unable to compete in a sport that they love potentially for years. And this long-term impact on an athlete's career is exactly why today's video is unlike any other suspension in athletics. Usually, we'll see a professional track athlete get suspended for doing something that they did themselves. Well, in this case, the runner isn't even at fault. Somehow, in this third heat of the women's 100-meter race at the 2023 World University Games in China, the imposter sprinter isn't even the one to receive a suspension at all in the end. Not only did a non-runner compete, but an opportunity was missed for someone who was actually fit enough to compete. This brings a completely different meaning to what it means to suspend someone in athletics. No doping, no disorderly conduct, no false starts, no violent crimes. Just one slow runner and the chairwoman of the Somali Athletic Federation suspended. Yep, one person who's supposed to be a sprinter created a suspension for running too slow in a race. Could you imagine that? I think since first place runners are usually suspected to be the ones cheating most often, other runners just have an easier time slipping by. And this is exactly what happened in one 100-meter race of the FISU Summer World University Games. I almost didn't believe the race myself. Let's watch it back from the beginning. Since her race on screen is so brief, she's easy to miss, and just after a few seconds into the race, we see her somewhere way out of view first place, deep on the left side of our screen, way in the black zone. Then, 10 seconds after the sprint ended for all but one, cameras caught Abukar literally skipping over the finish line at nearly 22 seconds. Before the results popped up, it was clear that letting this individual compete was a complete mistake and she probably should never be racing at this level. One runner is running a 21.81 second 100 meter, while first place is almost double the speed at 11.58 seconds. The Somali runner who finished last is of course an untrained athlete, but how did she get here? It's not like this is a high school race where just about anyone can hop on. This is the prestigious World University Games competition in Chengdu, China. For those unfamiliar with the event, the FISU Summer World University Games is staged every 2 years in a different city, drawing many thousands of student athletes together to compete, which means one well-trained athlete missed out on their opportunity because of what the Somali Athletic Federation let slip. Now, what did the Somali Athletic Federation let slip? Well, for one, they were represented in the 100-meter sprint by a 22-second time. And for two, they let someone who's well-trained miss out on the opportunity to compete on the world level. So the obvious thing to wonder after seeing a 100-meter runner hit a time that could easily be mistaken for a 200, how the heck did the Somali athlete Abukar Ali qualify for this event? Well, one red flag that's shocking is that you only need to meet two qualifications to enter the World University Games. One, be a national of the country that they're representing, and two, be at least 18 and no older than 25 years of age. So basically, anyone who meets these two requirements enters the bidding process to become evaluated by the FISU Evaluation Committee. And from there, it's up to this committee to pick the best contenders for the event. Oh great. So we're not even checking every single athlete to see who competes nowadays. Clearly, something went wrong with the athlete evaluation process. No seasoned official would deem this athlete competent for this level, which is exactly why the results of this 22-second incident ended in a suspension. The suspension of Khadijo Dahir, the chairwoman of the Somali Athletic Federation, who will also be subject to legal proceedings for this incident. And as I was looking into it, I couldn't find much info on how long the suspension was. But the country's Minister of Youth and Sports confirmed that an untrained athlete and non-athlete runner was sent to take part in the competition. Not so long after this, allegations surfaced that the 100-meter runner was a relative of Dahir's, only given the chance to compete because of this relationship, which has been placing nepotism as a key word around this entire suspension story. After the findings were confirmed, the suspension was not even given to the runner like in most track and field related cases. This one was actually given out to Dahir for approving an athlete of this level to compete on a global stage. So not only did this impact Dahir, who's undergoing legal action, but it's also making one runner miss out on a potentially life-changing opportunity. I mean, imagine all the other hardworking, well-trained athletes who missed out on the chance to get a medal and stand on the podium. It's a sad story, but I'm sure it set off the alarm to prevent it from happening again anytime soon. If you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment down below. Also, stay tuned for our giveaway in our community section. I'll be dropping a post there. We can go ahead and drop a comment to enter the giveaway. It's going to be a $100 gift card and some free merch. Like the video for that. I'll be seeing you guys the next time we bring runners to you.